Good evening and welcome to the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society 2-meter net. This is W0ZAC, Whiskey Zero, Zulu Alpha Charlie, net control for tonight's net. My name is Zach, Zulu Alpha Charlie Hotel, and I'm located in Mount Vernon. This net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. local time on the W0 OAR repeater at a frequency of 146.97 with a negative offset and PL tone of 162.2. This net is also available on NetLogger for all who wish to check in early. This is an informal, directed net, but it can be interrupted at any time if there is emergency traffic. If there is any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Nothing heard. We'll move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meetings begin at 7 p.m., but you're welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but of course you don't have to eat to attend the meeting. All are welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. More to follow. Hams and eggs. The OARS Saturday morning breakfast meetup is back in swing. During the month of March, we'll meet at the Angus Branch Restaurant in Monette at 7:30 a.m. OARS is now operating 3 regular nets. The D-Star net, Monday evening at 8 p.m. local time at 444.150. The 2-meter net, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. local time on 146.97, and a simplex net on the first Saturday of each month at 7 p.m. local time on 146.460. This net is also being streamed live on the 5.9 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to hear how you sound on the air, or if you missed part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. And lastly, the OARS Hamfest Committee has been hard at work planning this year's Hamfest. The Hamfest will be held at the Mark in Mount Vernon, Missouri on Saturday, March 25th. Doors will open to the public at 8 a.m. and will run until 1 p.m. We've got quite a few prizes in the raffle, and we have several great vendors already lined up. Testing for licenses will also be available for any new or upgrades. For more details, check out the event flyer on our website at www.w0oar.com. Alrighty, we'll now begin taking check-ins. Mix up the order just a bit tonight. I know we have a low-power short-time station out there. So we'll start with low-power and short-time check-ins. Come with your call, W0ZAC.
Kilo Alpha 0, Kilo Delta Whiskey. Kilo Delta 0, Charlie Oscar Romeo, KD0 COR, ZAC. Aurora, Missouri, mobile.
AS0, Good Aviation, Barry and Jenkins.
All right, we got 3 right there. Let's start at the top of the list with, I believe it was KA0KDW. Brad, how are you this evening?
Doing all right. Figured I'd plug the base antenna in real quick and rob the G0NXA stream of its antenna so I could check in here. It's been a few months since I've checked in and made sure I was still able to hit the repeater from 62.2 miles northeast of the repeater site. Other than that, I have nothing else. Glad the short times were mixed into the first time this evening. It's nice to be able to check in real quick and get on with some other things here. 73, everyone have a good week and enjoy the warmth tomorrow. We're going to start going a little bit backwards in temperatures before before moderating back into the 50s and 60s next week. KA0KDW.
Well, very good, Brad. Thanks for checking in tonight. Yeah, you're making it in okay. A little static behind your signal there, but totally readable. Glad you're doing good, and man, I'm sure enjoying this nice weather. I hear it's going to be cooling down a bit later in the week. So, again, Brad, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next short timer, KD0COR, ZAC. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Zach, and everybody on the net. Appreciate the check-in here. We are mobile, HT in Aurora. I'm over here doing some work on a furnace for my mother-in-law. And, yeah, it's nice to be able to check in really quick with the short time and low-power emergency power there at the first of the net. Has always been traditional, so it's good that you're able to do that today. I'd like to see that continue. That's good. Anyway, Zach, yeah, I don't have a whole lot for the net. Just wanted to jump in and say hello. It is an absolute beautiful night tonight. If anybody's out gazing the stars tonight is the night to look at, I believe, Jupiter and Venus are lined up together, and boy, are they bright and big. Looks really cool there. And I'm looking for Saturn, and I think Saturn's down too far yet. I ain't got a chance to see it. I'd have to come out pretty early in the night, and I'd be asleep at that time. So anyway, I don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. Just thanks for the check-in, and Zach, you're doing a good job. 73 to all in net. This is KD0COR. Zach here, Mobile, in Aurora, Missouri. 73.
All right, Zach, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear you. Hope you can make it back next Tuesday and every Tuesday after that. Be careful driving home. We'll catch you later. 7-3 to Zach, and we'll jump down to our next short timer. Barry, KF0IQA. How are you this evening?
Yeah, hi, Zach. Nice to talk to you. I'm standing on the X on the back porch under the star Capella and the she-goats, and yeah, the Venus and Jupiter are in the northwest sky, and they're really spectacularly bright tonight.
Well, I'll have to slide out and take a look after the net, see if I can spot them. You must be on because you're coming in good this evening.
For sure you'll be able to spot them. They're really unusually bright. It's really, yeah, they're really terrific. Yeah, I usually miss the call because I never wear a watch. And then I remember tonight I've got a $19.95 survival watch with a compass and a secret decoder ring and a thermometer, so I decided to wear it, and I kept track of the time, and it's 7 o'clock, so here I am.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I'm totally a watch guy, Barry. Never caught without a watch on. In fact, my Casio is an atomic watch, and it syncs up with the atomic clock every midnight, which is pretty cool because I'm kind of picky about the time being exact. So join the club, the watch club. Barry, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you, as always. We'll say 7-3 to you, and that's the bottom of the list for our over-the-air short-time low-power check-ins, so we will jump up to the top of the NetLogger list, and that would be KA0SPM. Steve, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, and Zach, it's good to hear you running that tonight. Well, I've been doing quite a bit, but nothing exciting. A lot of cleanup. Beautiful day, and I'm maybe early, but I'm thinking I like spring a lot. So with that, back to you, KA0SPM.
Steve, was that cleanup from the recent storms you're working on?
No, it's probably a decade worth of junk in the garage.
That kind of cleanup, I get you. Spring cleaning. Yeah, I was texting my mother this evening. She was telling me the forecast for her neck of the woods coming up later in the week, and I made note that I was ready for spring, because the older I get, the less I tend to like winter.
I totally agree. That's it gets harder as you get older too. So I'm looking forward to warm weather.
I will second that. Well, Steve, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you as always. We'll say 7-3 to you and jump down to our next net logger check-in, AE0OC. Wes, how are you this evening?
Hello, Zach, and everyone on the net. Thanks for running the net tonight, Zach. You're sounding good tonight. Well, I don't know, not a whole lot going on around here. HF was kind of spotty, to say the best, today, so didn't get much on there today. But last night I was playing around with my new portable antenna after the net, and was able to get on 40 meters, which is the only 40 meter antenna I have up and going right now, and worked, it was Bulgaria and St. Lucius or something like that. I forget exactly which it was. So it's obviously working. The SWR is just terrible though on 10 meters still. I'm going to have to do some more tuning to get it to work a little better, I think. But on 40, it's really good. So, but in any case, tomorrow we're going to head out to the Incredible Pizza and meet up with my great nephew there. We share a birthday, and so we always go out to Incredible Pizza for our birthday together.
All right, that sounds like a fun day. We took the kids there, I don't know, it's been probably 2 years ago at this point, but always a good time, a lot of fun, and the pizza's pretty good too, eh?
Yeah, food's not bad. The kids have a lot of fun there. He's 6 now, so he's really getting to where he's all about to play it out in the arcades now, so I'm sure he's going to have a good time. But that's all I got for this week, so I'm going to turn it back to you and see you guys again next week. AE0OC.
All right, Wes, well, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you, as always. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next netlogger check-in, K0SQS. Harold, how are you this evening?
W0ZAC and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing just fine. Got out and played golf this afternoon. 18 holes, got a lot of fresh air, a little breezy. But anyway, on the way home, I noticed lots and lots of daffodils growing along the side of the road and on the south side of some of my neighbors' houses, and had not seen them prior to today. I just can't believe that flower would pop out in one day's time, but I guess it probably did. Anyway, it was really a taste of spring today. Unfortunately, I think we're going to get a taste of not so nice weather this weekend, or by Friday, I should say. Anyway, back to you. Thanks a lot for running the net. Good job, K0SQS.
Thanks for checking in tonight, Harold. Yeah, boy, today will give you spring fever, won't it? I sure wanted to be outside a whole lot more than I was able to be. Been working on this mast project now for a couple of weeks, getting a little bit closer every day. I was sure hoping I could have it up before another batch of winter weather got here, but we'll see if that's in the cards. Thanks again, Harold, for checking in. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next netlogger check-in, KE6GAE. David, good evening.
Good evening, Zach. This is KE6GAE. Yeah, I didn't get out and enjoy much of the beautiful weather today. I had to work, so didn't get to see a whole lot of it. Not looking forward to what they're saying could come in Friday, but we all know, what other job can you lie more than 50% of the time and keep your job? We don't know how that goes. Don't have a whole lot more for the net, but if there is anybody out there listening who's done anything with AWS and OpenVPN and knows how to get those ports opened up on the AWS side, reach out to me on my email through QRZ. That's the only thing holding up the gateway. The gateway's done, but until these ports can get forwarded, I cannot utilize the cellular modem. Other than that, that's all I got, so I'll pass it back to you, Zach. Thanks for running the net. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave, thanks for checking in tonight. No, be no help to you on those technical things you just mentioned. That was pretty much Chinese to me, so hopefully somebody else out there listening could give you some insight on that. Thanks again, Dave, for checking in. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next NetLogger check-in, which would be AA0JB. Jimmy, how are you this evening?
Well, good evening, Zach. Dave, if you'll send me an email or something, I might be able to help you with that port forwarding. I don't know what brand of router it is, but generally you just log into the router. There's usually a setup screen in there where you can pick the ports and tell it to forward them. So if you want to email me after the net, and I'll shoot you my number or something, and we can chat a little bit about it. I have to agree with everybody. Beautiful day today. I will have to disagree with Wes on propagation today, although there was a big solar flare this afternoon just before the 20-meter net started. I must have been in a great position because I worked about 28 different stations all over the country today on 20 meters, and got a lot of my worked all states going on 20. I'm at 47 on 40 meters, but stalled down on Hawaii and Alaska, of course, and for some reason, nobody on the Ole Miss seems to be in there from Delaware in the evenings on 40, but we'll get there. Other than that, gosh, not a lot. We didn't get any storm damage here, barely got any rain, but boy, we had the sirens go off the other night, and for about half an hour, and had everybody a little shook up here in the neighborhood, that's for sure. So hopefully none of y'all out there got any real significant damage out of the storms, but I tell you, this Al Gore and his global warming, I wish he'd have never invented it. Hi. With that and nothing else, I'll turn it back over to you, AA0JB.
All righty, well, thanks for checking in tonight. Glad you made it through the storm with no damage. Same here. Lots of wind. My goodness, it was windy, but no damage to speak of. A few small limbs down, but no big deal at all. Jimmy, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next NetLogger check-in, KB0RHA. Good evening, Rich. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Enjoying the warm weather, just like everybody else. Of course, the wind is kind of messing with my allergies a little bit, but nothing too major. Anyway, that's about all I got for the net. Thanks for doing net control, and everybody on the net, 7-3, KB0RHA.
All right, Rich. Well, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you. Hopefully we can catch you on the Simplex net coming up Saturday. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next NetLogger check-in, KE0MAD. Sean, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Zach. Thanks for doing that. This is KE0MAD. I'm going to keep it short. I got a tired little girl right here in my lap right now. She's ready to go to bed. So I'm going to say 73 is the all. Hope everybody has a good week. And this is KE0MAD. Catch you later.
Alrighty, Sean. Thanks for sticking around to get checked in with us. Get that little one on to bed, and we'll catch you later, my friend. Say 73 to Sean, and move down to KF6OZ Mel. Good evening. KF6OZ Mel, are you copying? Are you copying?
Yeah, it would help if I got on the right radio here. Yeah, everything's all right here out at the Ham Acres north of Mount Vernon. And just got home from a restaurant, so kind of rushed to get in here. Proxy Ona, KE5QMJ, in if you can. She's just busy right now chasing the little dog out to take care of his business. So she's not in the room right at this second, but she'll be back in a moment. KF6OZ.
right, Mel. Well, glad you could make it in just in the nick of time. And remind Ona's call again. I mistyped it.
KE5, quit my job.
Got it. Yep, I missed the cue. All right. Well, Mel, you got anything else to add to the net?
No, just I'm encouraged that spring might be around the corner with the beautiful day that we had today.
Me too, for sure. I would love to see more of it. Like being outside, been cooped up most of the winter. Well, Mel, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3. I'm holding the spot for Ona there. We'll swing back to her in just a few minutes. That brings us to the bottom of the net logger list. So let's jump back over for over-the-air check-ins. We'll begin taking over-the-air check-ins. When you check in, please space your calls. Give your call sign phonetically, then the regular way, along with your name and location. Any check-ins for the OARS net, please call now. W0ZAC.
November 0, Mike Link Papa, N0MLP Marvin, Mobile, and I don't know, I guess you'd call this Halltown.
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike, KA0RM Aurora, Bob.
WA6 Alpha Lima Bravo, WA6 ALB, Matt in Mount Vernon.
WE0V, Elaine in Northeast Joplin.
Whiskey 0.
All right, let's hold it up there just a second. Elaine, I goofed your call. Could you give me that one more time?
It's WE0V, Whiskey Echo 0 Victor.
Got it. All righty. There was one other there. I think there was a double at the very beginning. I'm going to go through the 4 calls I picked up, and if you don't hear yours, come back to me. First, we had N0MLP, followed by KA0RM. Next is Whiskey Alpha 6 Alpha Lima Bravo, then Whiskey Echo 0 Victor. Was there another station checking in?
WB0 Oscar Queen Victor, WB0 QV Jim, Maryville.
Alrighty, thank you, Jim. We'll jump up to the top of that list to Marvin, N0MLP. Good evening, Marvin. How are you?
Doing quite well, Zach. Appreciate you running the net, and hello to everybody else out there. Not got a whole lot going on, other than being busy all day, I guess, but had to wake up this morning and start digging a trench for electric lines, and then had to run off and get some hydraulic fluid for the tractor because it sprung a leak, and then just come back and loaded up a steer and took it to the sale barn, and picked up a few things from Lowe's and stopped to get something to eat, and now we're headed back. So kind of got slammed today, I guess, but other than that, just normal everyday stuff you got to get done. But it's good to hear everybody on there. Net's sounding really good tonight, so I'm glad to hear that. And I guess that's it for me. I guess we'll send it back to you. 73 Zach, appreciate it, and everybody else out there, hope you have a good evening, and hope you got to enjoy this nice weather we had today. 73.
All right, Marvin, thanks for checking in tonight. Sounds like you had a busy day and a late evening if you're just now heading home. Drive safe out there. We'll say 7-3, and we'll catch you next time. Next on the list is KA0RM. Bob, how are you this evening?
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike. Hello, Zach. Doing pretty good. Well, I had an eventful day today. Finally done something there. I moved 2 loads of eggs, unloaded over at the hatchery. They're firing the hatchery up here in Aurora again for a while. So I went out there on ZZ Highway, that our new
barns that they're putting together. Moved a couple trailers around from one place, farm there, to the place where the tornado hit, 20, and moved them trailers around, and made 2 trips to Springfield for the company. Took a boss's pickup up there to get worked on, and took a truck up to Kenworth tonight to get worked on. So I've been doing at least something today instead of sleeping all day. So it's been a beautiful day, I know that. I don't know anything. We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. See if the phone rings, kind of the way it is Thursday. And go to head home, and they say, "Oh, can you do this?" You know, so before I head out the door. That's good. Keeps me out of trouble. Sounding good, Zach. Catch you later. KA0RM.
Whew, sounded like you had a busy day too, Bob. Thanks for making time to check in on the net tonight. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 to you and jump down to WA6ALB. Matt, how are you this evening?
This is WA6ALB. Good evening, Zach, and everyone on the net. Been enjoying the weather just like everybody else. Got out and about. Ran a few errands and got back home. And it was getting warm in the house. Had to run the air conditioner for a little bit. February 28th, run the air conditioner. I know, wait a couple days and it'll change. Thanks for doing the net, Zach. Everybody take care, WA6ALB.
Yeah, we're getting into that time of the year where you don't know how to dress and you don't know which side of the thermostat to flip. Kind of up and down, but such is living in Missouri, so what are you going to do? Matt, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to WE0V, Elaine. How are you this evening?
Doing fine. Wished I could say I got out and enjoyed the last 2 days, but I think I was catching up on my rest from that big storm we had, and I guess we got some more coming in on Thursday and Friday. Not looking forward to that, and just wanted to let you know that I sent the money order to you for the Hamfest, and I'm getting anxious and can't wait to get to the Hamfest. This is W0V back to net control.
Well, sometimes you just need a couple days to recoup, and thank you for sending that. I'll keep an eye on the mailbox. Should be showing up any time now. Elaine, anything else for the net this evening?
No, that's it. Just keep your heads up and stay warm during this next burst of storms we're having. Back to net control.
Alrighty, well thanks for checking in tonight. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and can get out there and enjoy that good weather while it lasts. We'll say 73 to Elaine and move down to WB0OQV. Jimmy, how are you this evening?
It's WB0QV. Oh, hello, Zach. Good to hear you. Everybody on the net. Oh, it's been a busy day here. Had to make a flying trip to Kansas City and back for some business, so got back about 4:30. So got that done. Got doctors the rest of the week, so busy week. Thought I'd come in here and see what was on the radio. A lot of stuff on, but my noise is back, so I can't hear much, but every once in a while one pops in there, so just have to see what happens. Anyway, it was a nice day to make a quick run. Had the sunroof open and went out and looked a while ago at the Venus and Jupiter. Or they're bright tonight, so if you haven't went out and taken a look, you ought to. Anyway, say 7-3 to everybody on the net, and back to you, Zach, WB0QV.
Thanks for checking in tonight, Jim. Glad you had a safe trip to KC and back. That's never a trip I look forward to making. If I can avoid Kansas City, I will at any cost. You're the third station to mention the solar system tonight. I'm going to have to get out there after the net and take a look at it. Well, again, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3, and that brings us to the bottom of our list, so we'll open it up again for over-the-air check-ins. When you check in, please space your calls. Give your call sign phonetically and the regular way, along with your name and location. Any more check-ins for the OARS net, please call now. W0ZAC.
Romeo Whiskey Delta, K0 RWD.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Hotel Hotel Hotel, KF0 HHH, Kathy Mobile, basically in Miller.
Kilo Echo 0, November Hotel Lima, K0 NHL, Heather and Clever.
Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Foxtrot, K0 LAF, Charlie and Republic.
Okay. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Hotel Hotel Delta, KF0HHD, Marjorie Mobile.
Kilo 6 Alpha Charlie Victor, David in Mount Vernon.
All right, let's hold it right there. Picked up several. We'll start at the top of the list with K0RWD. Ron, how are you?
0 RWD down here. All I have to do is pick up limbs, and the wind comes one way, the wind goes the other, and I'm just kind of tired of the wind. But that doesn't make any difference because it's going to probably come again tomorrow. I'll just say 7-3 stall and turn it back into net. K0 RWD.
Well, very good, Ron. Thanks for checking in tonight. Good luck with the limb picking. I can remember when I was a boy, that was my job, pick up sticks. Anytime a stick fell, I had to get on it. So now I got a boy. Guess what his job is? He's the official stick picker-upper. 73, Ron, thanks for checking in. We'll jump down to KF0HHH. Kathy, how are you this evening?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for running the net, Zach.
You are most welcome. It's my favorite night of the week. I guess you guys are, you're mobile there with Marvin, eh?
Yep, I'm in the back seat.
All right, well, continue your safe travels, and we'll monitor you on up the highway here. Thanks for checking in, Kathy. We'll say 7-3.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Next up on the list is KE0NHL. Heather, how are you this evening?
I am actually good. Got my module for my signal link today, so... And I've had the first day out of the next 3 days off of work, so kind of enjoying at least my first day off at this point, and kind of getting my body and my legs and everything back to normal to where when I go back to work it's not hurting.
Yeah, gotta stay limber. Older I get, well, I mentioned my dislike for cold weather. Also, I find stretching every day becomes more and more important. I'm not even that old yet, but it sure helps me.
Yeah, some jobs, depending on where you are, they have stretching exercises. Like if you're working in the warehouse where you're lifting quite a bit, a lot of places will have stretches beforehand and also on breaks and stuff like that. But when you're working in restaurants, they don't have things like that. I mean, you get in there and you're feet to the floor the first time you get there. You know, you're on the run from the time you get there to the time you get off.
Oh, I understand that. It seems like I'm going all the time. A good stretch in the morning, first thing out of the bed, always helps me wake up. That's kind of my morning routine. Well, Heather, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next check-in, K0LAF. Charlie, how are you this evening?
K0LAF. Doing really good. Just want to say hi to everyone on the net. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Brenda and I took a little drive today up northeast of Lamar. And Harold, we noticed along the way there were a lot of daffodils in bloom, which was really surprising. Poor things are going to get nipped this weekend. And we also noticed a lot of muddy fields and flooded ditches up that direction, so they must have gotten quite a bit more rain up that way than we did here in Republic. But we got up there and activated 3 parks. Worked a little over 300 contacts at the parks, and all on 20 meters. And, other than that, don't have anything else for the net. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. W0ZAC, Zach, back to you, K0LAF.
Well, very good, Charlie. Thanks for checking in tonight. I'm curious, your station for portable work, what have you got there, your rig and antenna set up?
Well, primarily we operate mobile, use a FT891 with a Yaesu ATAS 120A screwdriver type antenna mounted on the rear fender of the car.
Very good. What do you think about that ATAS 120?
Overall, I'm real happy with it. This is my second one. First one developed some issues, but had this second one now for about a year, and just punch a button on the rig and excuse me, and tune it. Of course, it just does 40 through 6 meters, but that's generally enough for activating parks.
Roger that. Well, thank you for the input. That was one of the antennas on my list. One of the things, I should call it a long wish list. There seems to be a whole lot of things on that list, but anyway, thanks for the input there. I appreciate it. Charlie, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next check-in, KF0HHD. Margie, how far did you make it?
We just got out of Miller heading towards Greenfield.
All right, well, you're getting closer and staying safe. Margie, you got anything else for the net tonight?
Oh, just glad to hear everybody checking in. Have a good night. 73 out.
All righty, Margie. Thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3 to you. You guys be safe. We'll jump down to our next over-the-air check-in, K6ACV. David, how are you this evening?
Good evening, Zach and the net. Yeah, this is Kilo 6, Alpha Charlie Victor. David here in Mount Vernon. We're doing pretty good. We're just moving in, and we've actually got the movers here now. Moving stuff around, trying to keep a smile on the face and trying to keep the XYL happy. That's Annie, Kilo 6, Tango Oscar India. We've kind of been doing this for a couple years. I think I've checked in here once or twice over the last couple years. We've got the daughters and grandbabies in Springfield, and looking forward to getting pretty involved here. We had a good
we had a good club and a good net back in California. It was actually Lockwood, California, which was interesting driving through here, seeing a Lockwood. But yeah, really enjoying it and get things set up and kind of get on here more and get to know everybody.
All right, David. Well, welcome to the area. And as fate would have it, I work in Lockwood, Missouri. Been up there for 16 years now. Gosh darn, 16 years I've been making that trip every day. David, did you catch the announcements at the beginning of the net?
Sure did, yeah. Looking forward to them. Been keeping up with the 10, not the 10 meter, all the nets, Fridays, Monday, all the YouTube nets, and looking forward to the meetings and especially that Ham Fest. The ones we went to out there were, well, just looking forward to the ones out here. I'll just say that.
Very good, very good. Well, we look forward to meeting you. Got a OARS Club meeting coming up the second Saturday of this month, so hopefully we can meet you there. Feel free to jump in the repeater anytime. There's usually somebody monitoring and a good group of folks there. So, David, thanks for checking in tonight. We'll say 73, and that brings us down to the bottom of our list. So we'll open it up for more over-the-air check-ins. When you check in, please space your call. Give your call sign phonetically, then the regular way, along with your name and location. Any more check-ins for the OARS net, please call now. This is W0ZAC.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Mike Juliet, KE0, OMJ, Roger, and Ozark.
Alrighty, we picked up one more. Before we get to Roger, I want to jump back up the list to number 13, KE5QMJ. Ona, are you still on?
This is KE5QMJ, and yes, I just came into the room, so you caught me at a good time. We appreciate you handling the net, Zach, and keep up the good work. KE5QMJ.
Alrighty, Ona. Well, luckily my timing was right on point. Good to hear from you tonight. Glad everybody's doing okay up there. We'll say 73 to you and have a good evening. And we'll jump back down to KE0OMJ. Roger, how are you this evening?
KE0OMJ, hey Zach, thanks for doing the net. I'm only hearing about every other word you're saying, so I may miss something if you're saying. No, I just want to say, it sounds like someone's watching the stars. Maybe we can all get out and schedule something at Paris Springs or something and do a activation and look at the stars and that kind of stuff. Just a thought. Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Glad there's so many folks checking in. 73, everybody. KE0, OMJ.
All right, Roger. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you. I don't think I've talked to you for a couple of weeks now. Well, again, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3, and we're back to the bottom of the list. Are there any more over-the-air check-ins for the OARS net? Please call now. W0ZAC.
Recheck AE0OC.
Go ahead, AE0OC.
I just wanted to let everybody know that David, K6ACV, we all met David out at the Billings Fair. He came out there and got on the radio and acted and helped us work that special event out there. So it's really neat that he's moved here to the area now. So glad to have you here, David.
Oh, it's K6ACV. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That was a good time, and good to talk with everybody. And actually, the daughter's selling her crafts. She had a good time, so looking forward to it all. Thank you, guys. Back to net, Kilo 6, Alpha Charlie Victor.
Oh, well, thank you, Wes. I had not put those dots together, but now that you mention it, I remember David very well. I think I was sitting there with him while he was operating the station there for a bit. Well, David, again, thanks for being here. Look forward to hearing from you every week. Same time, same place. W0ZAC. We'll open it up for more over-the-air check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Hotel Oscar Delta, KF0HOD, Bob, OARS.
KD0COR, Zach, Aurora, recheck.
All right, we'll hold it up right there. We'll start with KF0HOD. Bob, how you doing?
We're doing good tonight. Thanks for asking, and good to check in 2 nights in a row through FryStat. So signals sounds real good, and I heard COR checking in a little bit light, but you can tell he's portable, but still making it quite well. Windy today, and I can deal with that. It's warm enough, but it's kind of hard to sit down and enjoy anything when you lose a hat. Other than that, good day, and thanks for running the net and checking people in. And I'll turn her back to you. Net Control KF0HOD in Boaz.
All right, Bob. Thanks for checking in. Glad to hear everything's going your way. We'll say 73 to you and jump down to that recheck, KD0COR. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, Zach, I just thought of something there. Back years ago when the boys were little, and I don't know if you remember this or not, we had, Zach and Kenny had a lot of the friends over at the house. There were several of their friends over, and we had a night of fun. We got the telescope mount out and the aero antenna, and we set out and talked to the International Space Station. I let all the boys kind of quickly talk with one of the astronauts as they were flying over. All the boys got to talk and say hello and check in with them, and it was a lot of fun. That is something that is always a lot of fun, and we were talking about gazing at the stars and different things. And guys, I've been watching the International Space Station fly over for years and years. And that's something that's always a lot of fun, and anybody can do that too, guys. All you got to do is get in and listen for them, and if you hear them come in, just give them a shout. You know, that's something that you could do with an HT and an aero antenna, or a small beam pointed up that way, or even just a standard J-pole. Do it if you got the conditions are right, and they fly right over. So that's just something to think about. That's something we could do sometime, and get a lot of the young kids together and let them make contact with the space station. That's a lot of fun, Zach. I just wanted to throw that out there, and thanks for letting me check back into the net, Zach. You're doing a good job. 73's all on the net. KD0COR.
All right, Zach, thanks for checking in. That's a lot of fun chasing the birds. I've tried it. I've not had a lot of success with it myself, but now that we're getting closer to springtime, hopefully, I plan on doing that some more. That's a good time. Well, thanks again for the recheck, Zach. We'll open it up for more over-the-air check-ins. Any more check-ins for the OARS net, please come with your call. This is W0ZAC.
K0LAF, recheck.
Go ahead, K0LAF.
Yeah, I forgot a while ago to check N0ING Brenda in by proxy. She's sitting in her chair across the room here from us. And also forgot to mention that I would like to help opening those ports up, but the only ports I know how to open up come in a wine bottle.
Good one. Well, we got N0ING Brenda. We got her checked in by proxy. So thank you for doing that. That brings us up to 27 check-ins, but if we could squeak out just a few more, we'd clear a record for tonight. How about it? Any more check-ins for the OARS net?
Recheck N0 MLP.
Yeah, go ahead, Marvin, N0 MLP.
All right, made it into the town of Greenfield, but I just wanted to ask, first of all, if you're counting the rechecks, but also, can I check in with my GMRS? Would that count?
I think so, and no, counting the rechecks. Single time only.
Well, shoot, I was trying to help you, Zach. I'll let you go, 73.
Kilo Quebec 0 Quebec for another one.
All right, Kilo Quebec 0 Quebec. Lance, how you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Just having a wonderful time paying bills. That takes up most of my time these days, but I'm sure it does everybody else's as well. I don't know. But doing fine. And just turned on the radio, and I know you were looking for more check-ins, so we'll waste some time right now and maybe get some people scanning and picking it up. So, but anyway, that's about all I have. All the radios are working good. Headphones are not. Sent those back to Heil. So, but you know, everybody gets one that's not quite right once in a while. So that's it for me. 7-3, Zach, and have a wonderful rest of the net. KQ0Q.
Alrighty, Lance, thanks for checking in. You are number 29, and I forgot to mention K6TOA with the check-in by proxy from David there, and we'll say hello to you. Sorry, I should have done that sooner. Hope everything's going well over there. So we're up to 29 here. Maybe we can get one more check-in and get us 30, and I think that's the record for 2-meter check-ins on the Tuesday night net. How about one more check-in for the OARS net? Please call now.
This is November 0 Oscar Charlie Whiskey in 0 OCW Richard in Springfield.
All right, thank you, Richard, for being check-in number 30, N0 OCW. How you doing tonight, Richard?
Well, we are doing good. Beautiful day, just kind of enjoying the evening.
Oh, absolutely beautiful day, and a nice evening to boot. Really looking forward to more of this weather coming up. What else you got going on, Richard? Anything for the net?
No, nothing else for the net. Just wanted to get in for the check-in, so I'll turn it back over to net control in 0 OCW.
Very good, sir. Well, we appreciate you checking in tonight. Always good to hear from you. We're at the bottom of the list once again. How about any more check-ins for the OARS net? Check-ins for the OARS net. Please call now. This is W0ZAC.
Kilo Alpha 0, Romeo Mike, recheck.
KA0RM, go ahead, recheck.
I might mention here at 8 o'clock on 144.250, we got a sideband net that it's going to start here in a few minutes. There's a few of them on there right now. Point your beam out toward Joplin, out that direction there. 144.250, KA0RM.
Alrighty, Bob, thank you for that. With any luck, when I finish this mast project, I'll have my little 2-meter loop back up and be able to join in on that sideband. Any check-ins for the OARS net? This will be the last call. Last call for check-ins for the OARS 2-meter net. Please call now, W0ZAC.
W0GOD is on the live stream and was asking for a relay in.
W0GOD. All right, we got you check-in by proxy there on the live stream. Glad you're able to join us that way.
He was trying, and I heard a couple of times when he was trying that he was making some static on the repeater, but he wasn't audible at all.
Roger that. Well, thank you for relaying that over to us, Wes. That brings us up to 31 check-ins for the evening. How's about it? Anybody else listening out there? Now's the time to check in. W0ZAC.
K0MAD, not rechecking, just a quick comment. Kilo 6 Alpha Charlie Victor. I just want to let you know I can hear you simplex on reverse, so if you're listening right now on Saturday for the simplex net, I should be able to pick you up if you're going to be around when we do the simplex net. That's all I had. K0MAD.
And I'll add to that, the simplex net is Saturday night at 7 p.m. and on 146.460. That brings us down to the bottom. I think we're going to call that a net for this evening. Tonight we had a total of 31 check-ins, including myself. Thanks to all stations who checked in this evening. We look forward to hearing from all of you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on 146.97. Also this coming Saturday on 146.46 at 7 p.m. And if you're able, next Monday at 8 p.m. on the D-Star machine, 444.150. If you stuck around this long, you'll get to hear the joke of the day. Why are barbers always early to work? Because they know all the shortcuts. Thanks for everybody for your check-ins tonight. We'll now close the net and return the repeater back to regular amateur radio use. 73 W0ZAC clear.